It's my man, aka Max for maximum temperature. I am the son of Mother Nature. Let's go.
My name is NommyP.
Hang out with myself, the one and only MOOCEE Mist. My name is MooCee Mist.
On the Vooka Breakfast Show.
Yo, check this out.
Durban streets, what's poppin'?
It's the
Vooka
Breakfast Show.
Monday to Friday.
We are live.
Durban streets, what's poppin'?
The favorite morning crew.
On the Vooka
Breakfast Show.
Back to back on the underground.
You don't mean nothing to me. E-boys like you every dinner. I don't believe what you preach. You're just a rookie beginner. Hang out with boys on the street. Like that will make you a winner. I don't believe what I see. Why you wearing gold? You're nothing more than silverware. Thinking you're so bold, but all you are is unaware. Walk around like everything belongs to you. Talk to me like I'm a young stupid fool. Take off all your gold. You're nothing more than silverware. Why you calling me honey? Why you show off your money? Wave it like it's a tissue. Baby, this is your issue. I'm not falling for bullshit. If you like me, then say it. You don't get that I see through this facade that surrounds you. Growing up takes time, so don't you waste mine. You and me ain't right. Why you wearing gold? You're nothing more than silverware. Thinking you're so bold, but all you are is unaware. Walk around like everything belongs to you.
Good morning, South Africa. Welcome to yet another amazing episode. Kona Lago Vooka Breakfast Show. And today it is nice and cloudy, so make sure that you're wearing warm and that you also carry an umbrella because you never know when the rain just might catch you. And to those who know me and those who don't know me, I go by the name of Afriberry, also known as Miss Berry Place. But to the darker the berry, the sweeter than don. And today we are bringing you nothing but the best. You know how we do it. We never disappoint. Making sure that we give you your daily dose of positivity and making sure that you start your day with a whole lot of energy. And if you're not listening to us or watching us via YouTube, you can also tune into us on the Underground Radio app, which is downloadable on iOS for Apple users or Play Store for Android users. So please don't forget to download, and also don't forget to also use the hashtag Vooka Breakfast Show, hashtag Sivugile, hashtag Vooka Nation under our YouTube comment section. And also not forgetting to also call us or send us a message or WhatsApp text on 060-493-3226. That's 060-493-3226. And you know that we always start you with amazing pictures that explore the beautiful scenery of South Africa, making sure that we always cover you when it comes to the different places that you and your family, or maybe you could go by yourself and actually visit. And today we are covering the Durban Pontoon boat cruise. Now the Durban greets us with a harbor alive in the morning light, and today's picture takes us aboard a luxury pontoon boat. As the sun rises over the Indian Ocean, the water glimmers like glass, carrying reflections of the city skyline and the colorful bustle of the waterfront. Guests step into the spacious deck, greeted by soft seating, fresh coffee aromas, and the gentle sway of the boat. The pontoon glides past fishing vessels and sleek yachts, offering a front row view of Durban's harbour charm. Seagulls wheel overhead, while laughter and conversation mingle with the hum of the engine. Out on the open water, the horizon stretches wide, painted in coral and blue, a reminder that the city's ocean grandeur. This morning's cruise is is more than just a ride. It's a celebration of leisure, luxury, and timeless joy of Durban's harbour life. Now make sure that you book yourself an amazing cruise, because who does not want to go on a cruise? And today we're also going to give an amazing quote that says, "It always seems impossible until it's done." And this was said by our very own former president, Nelson Mandela, a reminder that perseverance turns daunting challenges into achievable victories. So please never give up on yourself, because you can always do it. And our inspirational message for today is, as we move through April, a month deeply tied to South Africa's journey of freedom, let this be a reminder that progress often starts with belief. Every goal, whether professional or personal, can feel overwhelming at first, but consistent effort, courage, and faith in the process moves us forward. Today, we take one meaningful step, no matter how small, towards what matters most. Momentum is built by showing up. Small, consistent steps today create lasting progress and meaningful change tomorrow. So please make sure that you carry those words in your heart to also light up your day, and always carry a mindset of positivity. So right now, we'll be taking a short break, and after we come back, we're coming back with the news and sports headlines, not forgetting your market and weather update.
Heartbeats up and down, I'm in a gambling phase. We're going round and round, it's a trampoline stay. Oh, it's like I never run out of breath, and I don't care if we make a mess. It doesn't matter what's coming next. So can we just be bona fide? Girl, you got me waking up confused, lost in time. Every moment tastes like summer, can never get enough. Summer sugar kisses left behind, and I don't wanna fall in love, just wanna be yours. Can we just be bona fide? Can we just be bona fide? You're stuck in this situation, and let go all inhibitions now, with no intermission. Why are you so goddamn cold? Tell me why, 'cause you know this ain't no love. So can we just be bona fide? Girl, you got me waking up confused, lost in time. Every moment tastes like summer, can never get enough. Summer sugar kisses left behind, and I don't want.
And once again, a very good morning. My name is Moeketsi, my man. Let us keep you updated with your latest headlines. Starting off with your first news headline, Masemola defers future decision to President Ramaphosa. National Police Commissioner Fani Masemola says his future is a matter between himself and President Cyril Ramaphosa. Masemola made the comments after a brief appearance at the Pretoria Magistrate Court, where he faces 4 charges under a Public Finance Management Act. The president has not yet announced a decision on whether Masemola will remain in his position as legal proceedings continue. Your next headline, IFP formally backs Hlabisa ahead of election. The Inkatha Freedom Party has officially recognized Velinkosi Hlabisa as the face of the party ahead of upcoming local government elections. The decision was taken at an extended National Council meeting, ending years of internal divisions over leadership imagery. Party members can now campaign using regalia bearing Hlabisa's image. Your last news headline, DA unveils a new Western Cape mayoral candidate. The Democratic Alliance has announced a new wave of mayoral candidates across the Western Cape as it aims to retain control of key municipalities. Party leader Titus Simmons says the candidates were rigorously vetted and are expected to strengthen service delivery ahead of local government elections. That's all for your news headline. Heading over to your sports news, starting off with football news. Odu faces big call on Derby hero on Makgopa. Orlando Pirates coach Abdesalam Odu faces a key selection decision ahead of the Soweto derby against the Kaizer Chiefs. The big question is whether Evidence Makgopa who has a strong scoring record against the Chiefs, will start or come off the bench. Mahopa has often punished the Chiefs in derby clashes, making him a constant threat. Odu must balance former tactics and game management as Pirates prepare for one South African football's biggest fixtures. On your football news, Sekhukhune relishes a chance to step up for the Proteas. Proteas women's Simadumi Sekhukhune is excited to step into a bigger role as South Africa to look to wrap up their T20 series against India at the Wanderers. With Marizane Cup unavailable, Sekhukhune has taken responsibility with the new ball and impressed with key wickets. The Proteas lead the series 2-0 and are targeting a clean sweep as they continue building momentum ahead of the Women's T20 World Cup. The next headline, Coetzee reaches a historic milestone for the Bulls. Bulls captain Marcel Coetzee has climbed into a pantheon of the union's great leaders, moving into 5th place on the Bulls' all-time list of captains. The milestone comes as the Bulls prepare for a crucial URC clash against the Scarlets in Wales. Coetzee credited his teammate and leadership group for the achievement, saying it reflects the collective effort of the squad rather than individual success. That's all we have for your news headlines and sports news. Stay tuned for your news recap exactly at 9 o'clock. And if you want to share your sentiments and thoughts right now, you can use the hashtag Vooka Breakfast Show or send us your voice note on 060-493-3226. And the hashtag that you can use to comment down below on YouTube is the hashtag Vooka Breakfast Show. Right now, I'm going to take a short break and then come back with your latest weather update.
Now let's get you nice and warm with the weather update. Johannesburg is standing at 15 degrees with an overcast clouds. Cape Town is standing at 15 degrees too with scattered clouds. Durban is standing at 20 degrees with an overcast of clouds, and Pretoria is standing at 17 degrees with an overcast of clouds. For your market updates, the dollar is standing at 16 rand 37 cent. The Great British Pound is standing at 22 rand 13 cents. The euro is standing at 19 rand 26 cents, and the Japanese yen is standing at 10 cents. Now, if you're out there looking to purchase yourself a nice pot of gold, you can buy gold at 78 rand 511 rand and 71 cents, or you can spend 78 rand 792 rand per ounce. When it comes to Brent crude oil, you'll be spending between 1,547 rand and 49 cents, or 1.6 per barrel. When it comes to your Bitcoin, you'll be spending 1,256,000 or 1,281 rand. So please make sure that you hit up the markets with some knowledgeable facts. How you doing, Mo?
It's a beautiful Wednesday morning, of course, and you know, right here on the Vooka Breakfast Show, each and every Wednesday morning, we're getting rid of the midweek slump. We were not with you for the past 2 days due to electricity issues, but we are back with a bang. So we want you to be with us throughout, as we're going to be having a jam-packed show, unpacking a lot of things that we also want you to share your thoughts with us. Don't forget to use the hashtag Vooka Breakfast Show right there on YouTube. And if you want to send your voice note, the number to do that is 0604933226. That's 0604933226. It is the 22nd of April 2026. It's a beautiful morning, of course. I wonder what is it that is keeping you at night. I want to know, and of course, because there are things that are keeping us at night that we will be sharing with you. But with that being said, of course, you know that we have our very beautiful Vooka fam on the YouTube comment section, of course, and the underground fam right there. Not forgetting that if you want to listen to us on audio only, you can simply download the underground radio. It's available on all app stores out there, right? 16 minutes past 8. It is the time. My name is Moeketsi, my man. I'm happy to be with you and excited to be with you throughout until the hour 10 o'clock. Some of the comments came through right there on YouTube. The first one came through from Tembi Mnia saying a very good morning, Vooka Nation, Underground Radio DBN team, and of course our best energetic Vooka team on a cold, rainy Wednesday morning. Hashtag Vooka Breakfast Show, hashtag Sivugile. And of course, it is going to be rainy because we're going to be saying goodbye to spring, right? You're going to be saying goodbye to spring and say hello to winter. I hope that you are going to be ready, because some of us enjoy the cold season. I think one of the things that makes me enjoy the cold season is because of maybe the workspaces that I've been involved in. Mostly it's indoors. I know for some people they don't enjoy the coldness because they work outside, and their work allows them to be outside all the time. But with that being said, you know that we always try to find some of the interesting things to do, activities to do on a very cold weather, right? So you should be, of course, be ready for that, because you're going to be needing a lot of warm clothes. She comes to again say hashtag happy blessed Wednesday. Stay safe and take care of yourselves. Be warm. Thank you so much. One of the things that is on our top of the list. And then Nolo Unlimited came through right there on YouTube saying, I really don't think Masemola should be removed from his duties. Remember, Senzo Mkhunu is still enjoying state benefits, even with so much evidence against him. I mean, that's so true. That's so true. And we're still waiting, of course, for the verdict in terms of what is going to happen with Mr. Fani, as he's still going to the Pretoria Magistrate Court, right? When the verdict, of course, comes through, we will let you know what is happening. But as of right now, he's like, whatever that is going on is between him and the president. So as the public, we should not have any comments with that. Right.
Now that's a very thing, hey? That's a very funny thing, hey?
We will step back.
We'll just have to see. Maybe they have a side deal on the corner. Hence is also saying that, you know what's happening is not something that you guys can comment on.
Yeah.
It's between me and Cupcake, so you guys have no input whatsoever. So we'll just have to wait and see, hey?
We'll wait and see, and see, of course, what will come out of that. Then Nolu came through again saying, good morning, Vooka team Sivugile. We are within. The weather is very cold in Johannesburg, but that doesn't stop anything. The hustle continues. As I've mentioned that regardless of what season it is, we continue as it is. Whether it's winter, whether it's summer, autumn, spring, whatever, we continue. And of course, we are also going to continue giving you that energetic start to your day that is accompanied by a daily dose of positivity. And then Mr. Mingli comes through again saying, thank God to see you. Can't wait for your teachings. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I never noticed and also, be regarded as a teacher, but I've always loved teaching. But people are like, you don't look like someone who would teach. You understand?
Maybe it's because of your humor, and unfortunately, kids probably listen the most when they have a very humorous teacher who makes teaching fun. So they will take that for granted, only to find out that that'll be your strongest point once you actually enter the teaching industry.
I mean, I feel like there's hard lessons more than anything, right? And there's hard teachings. So that's why at schools they just need to bring the balance to say we need to have a strict teacher and we need to have like a light-hearted teacher who's going to make things engaging, fun, and those kind of things, just to balance the system. So if we're going to have like someone who's strict all out, kids are not going to enjoy learning, right?
No, they won't.
But with that being said, you know that we have a lot of things that we always teach on a daily basis. And of course, if you want to come through and you do not agree with some of our teachings, you can come through, because we do not fight with anyone. We are not against anyone's opinions right here. We're all about sharing. We're all about, those conversations that are thought compelling, of course, thought provoking, that will want you to share with us. But with that being said, in terms of unpacking the conversation, today we're going to be talking about truth and kindness, as we are talking about us being good teachers. Can we handle the truth? Can we handle kindness? And if somebody approaches us with kindness and truth, how do we now respond to that? Right? So, this morning question is, when someone asks for your honest opinion, is it wiser to tell the truth, even if it hurts, or to be kind, even if it hides the truth? Right? We are getting deep into that, so we want to hear some of your opinions. I'm going to repeat the question again. Is when someone asks for your honest opinion, is it wiser to tell the truth even if it hurts, or to be kind even if it hides the truth? But one thing I am going to say is that when it comes to the truth and hiding it, most of the people will never ask you for their honest opinion when they are happy, right? It depends on the mood. It depends on how they are feeling. Imagine someone is not feeling so great, and then they ask you for their honest opinion. They come to you and say, please be honest with me. How do I look today? And you know that fact that you need to lie, because you're looking at the mood. They're not doing so great. They're not feeling good. And you can judge from how they're asking the question. That's why I'm saying, with me, I feel like I'm not going to use the word wise, but I don't always tell the truth when somebody's in a bad mood. I know what it can do to someone. I really know what it can do to someone, right? But that is what we're talking about this morning. That awkward split second when someone asks you, what do you think? Maybe it's a friend with a demo tape that isn't quite ready, or a cousin with a business plan that's a bit shaky. In that moment, you have two paths: the raw truth that might sting, or the gentle kindness that might hide the reality. Do you risk the friendship to save their future, or do you save the vibe but let them walk into a mistake? Today we are asking the question, is your kindness actually just a lack of courage? Honestly speaking, again, I'm going to repeat, I'm someone who is really scared of hurting other people's feelings. And I'm always going to be considerate of how other people feel, because I've learned that a true measure of friendship is about how we feel about each other, you know. So sometimes when it comes to the honesty window, I'm there. I don't know about you.
You're literally peeping through the hole when it comes to the whole honesty factor. No, I get that. And I think it also depends on the different types of situations that we actually find ourselves in. Because like you said, if somebody's angry, then that's when you offer kindness instead of the actual truth itself. But then when they're in a much more lighter, bubbly mood, that's when you can be honest, but also how you deliver the honesty also counts. Because as much as you can be honest, you don't need to use brute force. You can say it nicely, like, oh, you know what? Girl, I see you, but girl, why you wearing them socks? You know what? Them socks don't make no sense. You see that type of situation. Because, for me, I am not going to ask anybody how I look today because, I know one thing about the outfit that I have from top. Perfect. It's wonderful. And then you go to the bottom. That's where my extra funny side kicked in. And I'm wearing purple socks with pink, lime, and white shoes. Because I know that as much as I'll color coordinate some things, but the wacky side of me will always kick in. And no, I'm not grumpy because I'm wearing Grinch socks. But otherwise, that's where it kicks in. So how you deliver it totally matters. You also need to be nice and light depending on the situation. If you're having a funny moment at that moment, then you can deliver the truth as a joke.
Yep. So do you think the word forthcoming makes perfect sense? I'm not going to lie to you, but I will not be... because that's what I think. Let me not be forthcoming. Because there's a difference between not being upfront and transparent versus lying. I'm not truthful. I'm just not transparent
with you.
So ganjalo, I get to spare your feelings because some people cannot handle it.
They can't.
So I would rather not be forthcoming. So if you ask a question with how do I look, I mean, look, if you feel good, that's it. So that's the point. Not being forthcoming.
And it also comes back to the whole point of let's also be honest. In this day and age, some people have noticed or some people have seen that when you say, quite frankly, sometimes it means that whatever's going to come out is not actually going to be truth that is told nicely, but it's going to be very brutal. Or just to be frank, like these days, people use that as a way of covering the brutality that they're about to deliver by saying it in a nice way first. But then we woke like that. We already know when you say quite frankly, it's this one. She's not even going to break down the news nice and slow to me. She's just going to... slap it on me.
The forthcoming, of course, that we are mentioning. That's why sometimes it's how you say something to someone, because manner of approach is something that is very important. For me, I think I would choose. And answering the question of, is my kindness actually just a lack of courage? Yes, it is. More than anything. Like, I would protect myself and say, I am kind enough to protect someone from telling them the truth. Because I know if someone, didn't see at that particular point, they would go to a point of improve, in that place. And when it comes to their future, I think I'm not responsible on how they, get to plan things or how they get to do things in order for their future to work for them. You understand? So I'm not going to be honest with you. I'm not going to be honest with you, right? So I see that we have a call coming through there from the Mr. You're live on the Vooka Breakfast Show, Mr. Miss. Good morning, and how are you doing, man? Timasiale moya ntate
sa khwetla timasale moya mo ntate.
I was about to ask for a wait. When did we get a secretary now on the show, guys? But a very, very interesting conversation, guys. Here's my thing, Mo. You just mentioned that you feel like you are doing someone else a favor, or you're being kind by not fully giving them the truth, right?
Yeah.
Which is something that I disagree with a bit. Okay. I would say that it's actually the opposite. You're doing me a disservice, my brother. If, for example, like Afriberry just mentioned, like an outfit, right?
Yeah.
And more, man, how do I look? And then like it's thinking that hey, you did, right? But my coordination, my choice of the pieces that I'm wearing, whether it's a piece of shirt or a pair of jeans or a pair of new sneakers.
Yeah.
This thing is not coming together.
It's not make sure.
But when now you are trying to be kind to me, and I get where you're coming from as a friend, but you're doing me a disservice because I'm going to go out in public with a not so great looking outfit.
I'm being considerate of your feelings. I'm being considerate of your feelings.
Here's the thing.
Yeah.
Now this is where the how comes in here now. And I've always mentioned that truth does not have to come immediately in the moment.
Okay.
Right? And the example that I used the last time was, if a MooCee invites you and says, hey Mo, I'm performing at Savannah Music Jam next week Tuesday, please come through. All right? And the energy at SMJ is always based, it's always on a high, and my performance doesn't go so great. But because you're a friend, when you want to spare my feelings. But what you can do after the show, after my performance, and I'll say, Mo, what did you think of my performance, my brother? You could go something like, I've never had music like that. I've never felt energy like that.
Yeah.
Hey Mo, MooCee, you are on such a high. You get what I'm trying to say? You don't have to tell me in the moment, because you know why? My feelings are on a high.
Yes,
the energy is there. I'm excited. People are saying, hey MooCee, you're doing so well, hey, whatever.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
But now and this is based on the tonal scale that Osvaldo has spoken about, right? What you can do is later, really too in private, once the excitement has gone down.
Yes.
Like I'm mellow. I'm in the middle ground. You can say, you know what, my brother, to be honest with you, I think that your performance could have gone slightly better. I feel like there is a whole lot of room for improvement. Maybe the band wasn't necessarily the best one that you chose. You get what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
So there's those kinds of things. So it's about the how and the timing of it.
Hence I mentioned the mood. Hence, I mentioned the mood, because I was like, for me, when somebody's asking for an honest opinion, it depends on the mood that they're asking. Because if now you are that happy and you're like, yo, Ndwana, I really had a great performance. And for me, my honest opinion is like, for me, it was not of the greatest performance. I would delay that and use my kindness, just to say, you know what, I'm not going to be courageous enough to let you know that this performance was not good. So it depends on the mood. And you're right when you say, let's get another time and sit down and say, okay, when now our spirits are down, we are mellow, we are having a conversation, we are out, we are eating, then I can bring up the conversation to say, last week your performance was not so great, and I understand that you were in your greatest mood in that time. So in that moment, I would never tell. I don't tell people their honest opinion immediately on the spot. I don't, honestly, because I'm someone who really, think about the feelings more than anything. You came from the house knowing very well you look nice, and then who am I to tell you that Mfana, those sneakers, dude, you can do better. Change your character, my friend.
Yeah, but that's the thing. But you don't have to lie to me, Mr. Mo. You don't have to lie to me in the hopes of trying to spare my feelings, right? Like I said, when I say, Mo, what did you think of my performance? You didn't lie. Bele, you were like, hey, MooCee, the energy was crazy. Because the energy was crazy. That's not a lie.
Yeah.
You can say, hey, man, I've never heard a band playing like that. Bele, you've never heard a band playing like that. That's not a lie. But what is a disservice to me, especially as a friend, is lying to me and saying, "I MooCee, those sneakers are on fire, Baba. Just stop." You get what I'm trying to say? That's where the lie comes in, and that's where the disservice is at, and that's when you are not kind to me as a friend. Do you get what I'm trying to say? But we could go on forever, my brother. Yeah, man, this is a very interesting one. It's a very interesting one.
Yeah, it is. We're still going to continue and hear some of the thoughts of what people are sharing out there. And then we had a voice note earlier on that was sent from Nolutando. So let's quickly play the voice note and hear what she had to say.
Hi, Vooka team, Nolu over here. So, sorry to take you back, guys. I'm still on the matter of Masimula, and you guys mentioned something in Dogba. Whatever is happening is between him and the president. Yep. Well, it's funny how they are quick to say that, because even Minister Gayton Mackenzie said, we talking, Sisiti, he must be removed because of the drugs and everything. However, him and the President Ramaphosa, they talk, their friends outside Tina. So is there something that these ministers know that Tina, we do not know? Is there something with the president of the country that makes it easy for them to do whatsoever they want to do, and yet they claim in Dogba Asngendao? It's all up to the president, and they know the president will rule in favor. Yabo. He did it with Minister Mkunu, he did it with Gayton Mackenzie, he's going to do it with Umasimula, of which he and Umasimula we have not heard Bakwenza Kanjani. Yeah. Because the case is a court. But is there something that we are not being told as South Africans, behind the scenes? Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much for sharing your thoughts when it comes to that. But just to wrap it up quickly, I feel like there is something, because just to break it down and make it light, if I'm having an agreement with you, you are the president, we do our things on the side, and you know that you still owe me favors more than anything. Like, Mrs. President, I did this for you, and now I'm facing charges. More than anything, I am facing 4 charges right now, and you are the president of the country. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to let everything, to you. You are the one who's going to make the decision. You are my God. Whatever, everything, the stresses that I have, the decision that I'm about to make, you are the one who's going to make the decision. And I know that you're not going to put me under the carpet or under the bus because of the deals and, of course, the agreements that we have made. But as that being said, we know that the case returns to court in May, and then we will get the final verdict of what is taking place. But now, wrapping up the conversation that we are still having, we still want to hear from you this morning that when someone asks for your honest opinion, is it wiser to tell the truth even if it hurts, or to be kind even if it hides the truth? Right? So some of the perspectives right here are the feedback personalities that we have, whether you are someone who fall in these different camps that we have. We have the straight talker, we have the diplomat, and we have the Vooka truth teller. And the straight talker says they have no filter, they believe the truth shall set you free, even if it sets you on fire. First, they value progress and efficiency and expect the same bluntness in return. So if I'm telling you that the shirt that you're rocking, my friend, it's not the one. So they are going to be taking the same, critique when I'm giving to them and say, But for me, I feel like people will always find something that's wrong with you. That opens doors for people to find wrong things about you, to say, let me now look for something that's wrong, to say, when I'm on this cap of yours, when I'm on this shoes of yours, right? So it really depends. So are you a straight talker, or are you the diplomat, which is you are a master of a compliment, sandwich? They value harmony and emotional safety. They would rather wait for the right time to speak the truth, even if that time never comes. You understand? So it might be 5 years or 10 years because we have friends that will remind us of, the things that we have done 10 years back. To say, there was a time that you did this and I didn't like it, or there was a time where you went to a performance or you said something to me that I didn't like. I think it's the time to remind you. Well, for someone, they're going to feel like, oh, brah, like it's been 10 years. Like, why didn't you just forget? But it's still with you because we're still friends. So I will remember most of the things that you have done. And then the Vooka truth teller says they use the tactful transparency. They don't hide the truth, but they deliver it with a solution. They value empowerment and know that how you say it is just as important as what you say. I mean, coming up with solutions is something else. No. Wena, you're not supposed to wear color green. You are supposed to wear color red. I mean, each to their own. I get
most definitely.
Own. Yeah. So that's what we are discussing. And another call is coming through again. Right there. Morning. You are live on the Vooka Breakfast Show. How are you doing this morning?
I'm all good. Thank you very much. So I'm listening to the topic in telling a friend. Well, it can be good and it can be bad.
Yeah.
Ne? I remember I once told my friend that the outfit she was wearing, it didn't match the shoe and everything. I was being honest with Kalalam. Little did I know in Dogba it's gonna follow me all over and over and over because now she would tell me in Dogba, I don't like your hair. I don't like the dress you're wearing. I don't like this and this. I'm like, are you being honest, Ukanye? It's because I told you, Galamini, Indoba, what you were wearing, ibingayenza sense. Ne? So sometimes it's good, sometimes it's not. Because umtu would live endlini thinking, Babona, you know what? Yeah, the sharp makeup on top and on and on.
Yeah.
And then other people would feel, hey, ngatufake too much makeup. So how do you break it? Uba girl, makeup yako it's too much. Whereas Yena, as Taleluba, she's perfect.
So have you ever been in a position whereby someone, gave you their honest opinion? And how did you respond to that?
Okay, I'm not sure if I've been there, but one would say, okay, fine, the hairstyle is supposed to be like this, and then I would let them fix it because there's a reason why they would raise that.
Yeah.
However, it will be different, as Afriberry said, uzbonile yena she uphume looking good,
Yeah.
she's comfortable, she's happy with the outfit. Then when you would see in man, this skirt is not supposed to be like this.
Yeah.
Is that your honest opinion? Kanye wena is how you feel this skirt is not supposed to fit.
Yeah.
Ukhumbule into yokuba we tend to follow different trends. If fashion is standard, they are different. What works for you might not work for me. Yeah, but when you do your brows, ungazenza a certain way.
Yeah.
And I love them a certain way because I remember a friend of mine likes brows is very small, and I don't like the type of brows as ganjalo. And then she felt like mnezamze wrong or ezakhe right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, but so we can't solve into enjalo because that's how you feel.
Yeah.
And now this is how I feel.
Yeah. No, thank you so
So
much.
it might break a friendship in Injalo because when you want you to be happy.
Yes.
And what about me?
Exactly. No, thank you so much. Thank you so much for sharing your thoughts with us. Right. You can, of course, keep those thoughts coming through by dialing the number or calling us through by using the 0604933226. That's 0604933226. But more than anything, for me, lastly, as we are wrapping it up, I feel like some of the comments, they are just portals of, we are opening portals of critique. We are opening portals of negative comments because just because I commented on how you looked, you are always going to find something to say about me. To say, you said you give honest opinions. So let me give you my honest opinion.
And I think we should also learn to understand people's opinions as people, that sometimes when they give out their opinion, it's not because they're trying to bring us down.
Yeah.
It's also a lesson. So also depending how you take the comment and how you see it or how you actually put it into your life, determines the type of person that you'll end up being. Sometimes you just become a better person because of that one comment.
Yeah.
Don't forget, you also asked for that comment.
Exactly. So this morning, of course, we are saying courage is the bridge. Kindness may win the moment, but truth wins the relationship that we have or you have with other people out there. This week, don't just be nice, be real. Find the courage to speak the truth, but find the heart to wrap it in empathy. Because a friend who tells you the truth is someone who wants to see you grow, not just see you smile. Roll, of course, it's get to the credits that you always get. So it is, of course, 16 minutes till we hit 9 o'clock on the dot. What we're going to do is to take a short break, and when we come back, there are some of the interesting things that we're going to be unpacking with you. So don't switch the dial.
Why you wearing gold? You're nothing more than silverware. Thinking you're so bold, but all you are is unaware. Walk around like everything belongs to you. Talk to me like I'm a young stupid fool. Take off all your clothes. You're nothing more than silverware.
Alright guys, so let's play a game. So the game is called Lie to Me. So because we're talking about being truthful, being kind, so you want to suss out what is truth, what is lie. So I'm gonna tell you guys a story. Just two elements. And then in that story, you just need to say, no, this one is true, this one is a lie, right? And then I'll confirm right at the end. So I'll go first. You also think of something. Ne? Okay, so my story is that I think it was in 2024. Ne? I visited 3 countries that year. Okay, and then that very same year, I had one of my tooth removed. Yeah, in 2024. So 2 items. Got my tooth removed, and I visited 3 countries. So one is true, one is true, one is a lie.
Yeah.
So your job is to unpack.
Find it.
You can ask questions, but I can only allow one question
at a time.
Yeah. I can only allow one question.
Okay, name 3 countries that you visited.
But that's you're asking for
an answer.
It's like,
I don't have a question.
Okay, so which one is truth? Which one is fact or fable?
I'd rather say you visiting 3 countries as probably the truth.
It's the truth, of course.
Are you saying it or you're asking me?
It's the truth.
Okay.
Truth. Black people will take out their tooth every year. So that's the truth. And 3 countries is a lie.
It's possible because during that 2024, he was here, now he was not here. He was here, now he was not here. So hence I went with the visit.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, so I did have my tooth removed, right? And it's only one country. It's only one country.
Don't worry, the other 2 are coming.
But But maybe during the show as we progress, right? So
Yeah.
let's continue. But just think of a story, just one thing, one story. One is truth, one is lie, and our job is to suss out which one is which.
Okay.
In the zoo.
I have something on my
got one.
side.
Okay.
Yeah. So the first one is because it happened in 2018 and it happened in 2019. In 2018, I visited my aunt's butcher in Pretoria.
Okay.
And we were sent together with my cousin to go and pay the money for the 3 forces. So a force in their term is the parts of the cow, where there's a leg and some, parts. So
okay, the one that they hang there.
yeah. So they cost so much. So she gave us 120,000.
What for just
to go and pay
A3, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So me and my cousin, we found a way out to negotiate with the guys at the butcher, and we were able to get them with 80,000 rand.
You guys haggled.
Yeah, and got away with the money.
40,000.
Yeah, and we spent the money the same day. Went to Menlyn, went to the Groove, went to I forgot the other mall also. Some places that he knows which I cannot name right here on the show. Right? That's what happened in 2018. And then in 2019, my first year to college, first day, I got an accident and rolled over with the quantum. I was with my brother. So tell me, which one is the truth? Which one is a lie?
Okay, so because abantu bamamele,
yeah,
you'll say your piece, Afri, but then let's see the comments come through. Is it the first story about
the
blowing
40K they blew?
40,000, or first
Is
day
it
of
the second
college
story?
being in an accident where the taxi overturned? But say your piece, which is which?
Okay, so mine is a 2-in-1. I remember growing up as a kid. It was basically like my first time visiting the family in the Boondoos in Northwest, and it was amazing. And we got a chance to actually have a family beauty pageant. And guess what? I won a cash prize, and I got crowned as queen. So, did I actually win the cash prize, or did I get crowned as queen only? Which one of that is true?
You were young.
So you're saying, okay, so it's a family beauty pageant, and you won it. So either you won cash or you were just crowned.
A crowd.
Okay, so you need to say a statement to which you were crowned as. Then we need to say if that is fact or fable.
Yes, I was crowned as the new Miss Mahome because the family back home they use the Mahome surname. Okay. So I was crowned as the new Miss Mahome for that year. Out there in my beauty pageant. One thing I hate wearing, I was in a swimsuit. Okay. And it was pretty amazing. So after that, I won the crown and got crowned as Miss Mahome. And one of my prizes was a cash prize, besides getting flowers and a cute little teddy.
Okay, so that's the statement you're making. So we need to say whether it's true or not. Okay. But I don't know about the 2-in-1 because we could swing either way. So statement number 1 is you won a family beauty pageant.
Okay, so let me break it down.
The second one is
where it becomes the truth or false. It's whether I won a cash prize or the only thing I received for after being crowned was just flowers and a teddy. By the way, the family in Northwest is well off.
But you're not saying a statement, man.
I love leaving you in limbo.
We want to say it's a lie. Or
you see, for example, in my case, I took my tooth out. Is that false or true?
It's true.
You say it, right? I visited 3 countries. Or you can say I dated a white man. Then we'll say, or yes, you are. You know, things like that. Things like that.
Damn, I actually once did.
Okay. All right. Anyway, we'll reveal a bit later. But I want them to first comment. Duguti, did Mo spend 40,000 because they cashed in on a savings, or first day of college, they got involved in an accident where the taxi overturned. Or with you, Afriberry,
did I actually win the cash prize or just got a simple thank you gesture for participating, which is a teddy and flowers?
Absolutely.
Cool. Very interesting. Yeah, we will reveal some of those answers as we go through. But right now, it is 7 minutes till we hit 9 o'clock on the dot, and we have some of the interesting things, that of course we would like to share with you in terms of a history moment.
So when it comes to the most interesting historic moments that we've received throughout our entire life, is that Nelson Mandela writes a historic letter from Robben Island on the 22nd of April in 1969, while in prison on Robben Island. Nelson Mandela writes a powerful letter to South Africa's Minister of Justice titled "Release Us or Treat Us as Political Prisoners." In the letter, Mandela and fellow political prisoners demanded recognition of their status and humane treatment, rejecting apartheid laws and reaffirming the struggle for democratic South Africa. The letter became a key historical document published by the ANC, highlighting the moral clarity of the anti-apartheid movement. And then also in East London officially established as a city on the 22nd of April in 1873. The city of East London was formally created through the merger of 3 settlements along the Buffalo River: the East London West Bank, East London East, and Panmure. This marked the foundation of one of South Africa's most important coastal cities, later becoming a strategic harbor a strategic harbor and industrial hub in the Eastern Cape. Now today we are also celebrating the 112th day of 2026, meaning that we only have 253 days left before we say goodbye 2026 and hello 2027. And when it comes to the world or international days, we are celebrating Earth Day today, which is celebrated on the 22nd of April. Earth Day is dedicated to environmental protection and sustainability, and it is celebrated every year on the 22nd of April. Now, it was founded in 1970, initiated by U.S. Senator Gaylord Nelson. It is marked in over 190 countries, and their theme for this year is Our Power, Our Planet. How it's celebrated is that people can plant trees, cleanups, environmental education, and climate action campaigns. The purpose of this day is to promote environmental responsibility and protect natural resources for future generations. The significance of it is that it raises climate change awareness, encourages sustainable living, and mobilizes community worldwide. And now, also moving on to the birthdays, of course, of different celebrities that we have in and around South Africa. And the one that we are celebrating right now is Rolene Strauss. Now, Rolene Strauss was born on the 22nd of April in 1992 in Volkrust in South Africa. Now, she is a model, entrepreneur, and the former Miss World. Crowned Miss World in 2014, becoming South Africa's 3rd Miss World winner, a global ambassador for women's health and education initiatives. The other one that we're also celebrating is Herschel Yankees. Herschel Yankees was also born on the 22nd of April in 1996, Stellenbosch, South Africa. He is a rugby union player, and his rise to fame is that he's a key member of the Springboks 2019 Rugby World Cup winning team, and he's known for his pace, resilience, and inspirational rise to international rugby success. We are also celebrating Festus Maxwell. Now, Festus Maxwell was born also today on the 22nd of April in 1976 in Mahikeng, Maftown, South Africa. He's a DJ, music producer, and radio personality, pioneer of South African house music, and long-standing radio test maker. He's influential in shaping urban radio culture and monitoring new DJs. But those are not only the people that we're also celebrating. song, we are also celebrating Extra Wareke. As you guys know him, he came here last year and he was part of the chefs that were giving us some of those amazing foodie treats that we had in our pots and pots and pans segment that we had last year. So happy belated birthday to Extra Wareke. It was actually his birthday yesterday. Happy belated birthday. We hope that you enjoy it, and you can also catch him on Sunday at the cookout, so you can also have yourself a feast when it comes to his amazing taste. And another person that we're also celebrating is a friend of mine who goes by the name, well, formerly known as Grace Storm, and now she is now Mrs. Grace Storm Mandida Black. She recently got married this year. Happy birthday to you. She is a theater practitioner, an educator, a poet, and also a choreographer. So happy birthday to Miss Grace Storm and Extra Wareke. We also hope that you guys are going to enjoy your day and have a fantastic day. So if you also do know anybody who's celebrating their birthday today, feel free to send us a picture or a text on 060-493-3226. That's 060-493-3226. And from us here at the Vooka Breakfast Show, we would like to wish you an amazing...
Ooh.
Happy birthday! Woo-hoo! Yeah! Hip hip! Hooray! Hip hooray! Hip hooray!
Hooray! Happy birthday to everyone who is growing up. And of course, it is 1 minute till we hit 9 o'clock on the dot. What we're going to do is to take a short break, and then when we come back with some of the news that you missed when we began the show. Your boy Moeketsi, my man, aka Max for maximum temperature. I am the son of Mother Nature. Let's go.
My name is NommyP.
Hang out with myself, the one and only MooCee. My name is MooCee.
On the Vooka Breakfast Show.
Break from this world, running on a hamster wheel, but searching for something I can't feel. I just wanna be a lost girl and fly. Take a breath, feel my wings spread, levitate above the ground and make eye contact with clouds. Now I'm rising, I'm soaring above it all. I just wanna be free. Finally, I 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 always daydreaming, never imagined I lose my spark. Living in this crazy time, putting back the pieces of my mind. I know how to run from the dark and fly. Take a breath, feel my wings spread, levitate into the clouds. I'm so high above the ground. I'm rising, I'm soaring above it all. I just wanna be free. Finally, I wanna be free. I wanna be free. Finally, I wanna be free.
on the underground.
We're not about the hashtags and the likes.
We about good music, the underground.
I guess I get it now. Life is taking enough from me. Think I just need security. Yeah. So crazy how anything can happen. Hedging my bets so desperately. Building sandcastles on the calm seas. Looking for a guarantee. For mistakes, it's the illusion of control. Can't take it with you when you go. And holding on won't help it grow. Can't take it with you when you go.
And it is exactly 6 minutes past 9, and here are some of your news recap when we begin the show. On your first headline that you missed, Masemola defers future decision to President Ramaphosa. Police Commissioner Fani Masemola says his future should be decided by President Cyril Ramaphosa. His comments follows a court appearance on the PFMA-related charges, with the president yet to announce whether Masemola will remain in office. Masemola is facing 4 charges under the Public Finance Management Act. The case raises serious questions about leadership and accountability within SAPS, while Ramaphosa weighs his options amid public scrutiny. What's next is the case is to return in May. President Ramaphosa is expected to announce a decision after reviewing legal development and commission findings. Your next news recap, IFP formally backs Hlabisa ahead of the elections. The IFP has officially recognized Velenkosi Hlabisa as its leader and campaign face, ending years of internal disagreements and allowing his image to be used on party regalia. The decision resolves long-standing leadership tension within the IFP and signals a unified approach ahead of local government election. What's next is the IFP will intensify campaigning under Hlabisa leadership as it prepares for the upcoming polls. On your last news recap, DA unveils new Western Cape mayoral candidates. The DA has announced new mayoral candidates across the Western Cape, aiming to strengthen its hold on key municipalities ahead of local government election. The candidates were rigorously vetted and are expected to uphold the DA's governance and service delivery standards. What's next is the campaigning will intensify as DA moves to defend its Western Cape stronghold in the upcoming election. That's all we have for your news recap. Of course, we will be back tomorrow, same time, same morning, with your news headlines and your news recap. What we're going to do right now is to take a short break, and then when we come back, we will bring you all of the latest that is taking place.
Brothers and sisters,
check this out.
High definition radio. The underground.
Shall we proceed?
Said you needed more time to think, so you went away. But you still would stay in my dream. Now you're back for more. Why you in my reality? My head closed the door, even though my heart just won't leave. That was then, can't go back. Hurt so bad, had to block out the memory. If we try again, start from scratch. You wanna pick up where we left off, but you've been gone away.
And of course, you're still watching the Vooka Breakfast Show, your energetic start to the day, accompanied by a daily dose of positivity. Giving you some great sounds, of course, to take you through this beautiful morning is King Sis song titled I Forgot. And we're still unpacking, we're still with you. All you need to do is to use the hashtag Vooka Breakfast Show on our comment section, or use the number 0604933226 to call us. Some of the comments that came through right there. Miss Q Rams came through saying, good morning, Vooka team. Blessed day to you all. Blessed day to you too, Miss Q. Hope you're having a great time right now. And then Z Elizabeth came through saying, good morning, Vooka family. Happy Wednesday, Sivugile, and wishing you all a blessed day. Hashtag Vooka Breakfast Show. It is 10 minutes past 9. And then in terms of unpacking, today we have an interesting discussion we want to have, which is based on the niche festivals that people are starting to attend, especially right here in South Africa. So we are asking the question, if you have seen and you know the conversation that is going on and around, is that why South Africans are falling in love with niche festivals, from mega festivals to micro communities. Why South Africans are falling in love with those niche festivals. We've seen them in our social media posts. We have seen them, people posting reels about attending some of those festivals. But the real question we are asking is that why are people doing that? If you're one of the people who have attended those kind of niche festivals, we want to know from you. Hashtag Vooka Breakfast Show. You can come through with your voice note on 0604933226. But before we get deep into that, I'm also going to come because each and every Wednesday I bring on my hot take, and my one is a very interesting one that I want you to kind of like, because I feel like I'm going to provoke a lot of people right here, because there's a huge gap between these people that I'm talking about, right? But let me just break the ice and let me break the tension, because later I'm going to come with this. So my hot take for this morning is that 90s babies in South Africa, you need to stop comparing yourself with the 2000s. AMA 1K need to stop comparing themselves with AMA 2K. Like, it's getting bad out there. Like, the reason I'm saying this is I spend so much time on social media, and I'm seeing these videos each and every time. People posting stitches, they're stitching videos and talking about how these 2Ks are doing things. It's different, guys. For you, yes, you can wake up and see a video of a young person drinking somewhere, smoking. But with you, we do not have the footprint of Instagram of 20 years back, 30 years back of you doing those things. We don't have that. We cannot date back Instagram back to the 90s. We cannot date Facebook back into the 90s. We cannot date WhatsApp back into the 90s. Understand? So there's a lot of comparison that is going on. So of course I'm going to come through and let you know about the general public view, and we're going to be unpacking it right here. But yeah.
So because as an 80s baby, I'm an 80s baby, so this fight is not my fight.
No, 90s going down.
No, you said 90s.
90s going down.
No, it's not my fight. And getting down.
So I feel like when we say 90s,
you are sitting with the 90s in front of you. So you've seen how John Wick, where there are times where it's like, this is not my fight. So it's between 2000
and the 90s.
And 90s. So all the 90s
80s.
babies.
I'm also inviting 80s because I've also seen them.
No, because
they post things on social media.
It's a two-decade generational gap. I guess it's compared, but I do feel like the 90s are much closer to this. So in the ring,
in
one corner is the
No, we'll come back to that. We'll come back
and
to
then
that.
in the other ring corner, I guess the 90s. We'll come back to.
We'll come back to that because
But
even
it's not my fight though.
Yeah, because in the form, even in the form of the festivals that we are talking about right here, they're coming and talking about how festivals back in the days used to be, and how these young ones are ruining, the initial idea of what a festival is.
I don't even know what festivals were like back in the day. I think I only started attending a festival or a concert in 2016 when me and my cousins, unfortunately RIP, after we just buried my great-grandfather, we went to Merrifield's Gerald Square for a concert. Black Coffee was there. So for me, I don't go to judge, I go to have fun because I know that I barely attend these ones. I know that I once got fired for attending a festival, a concert.
Yeah.
I won tickets to a Red Bull concert that was happening in Orlando Stadium. That was in 2017. And then the next day I got fired.
Oh, no more rights, because now you are behaving like a 2000. You behaved like a 2000.
No, you see, can I tell you the funny part? I specifically asked my boss, because I was working as a waiter in a restaurant in Sunninghill. I asked them, can I take Sunday off? I need to go attend something. Can we sub with somebody and I'll do a double shift? They agreed. Only for other people, and funny enough, they didn't get fired. Only for other people to also ditch work on Sunday. So they were where the restaurant was functioning on a skeleton crew. Sundays normally there's 4 waiters. So I didn't come to work and I reported. And then 2 of the other waiters also did not come to work and they did not report. And I got fired. And you know what? One day in the morning, they're like, you're fired. I can't remember you went to go attend a concert. But I was like, I let you guys know on Thursday.
That I'm going
there. You see, I gave a notice on Thursday that this is what's happening on Sunday. And they're like, yeah, these other guys also didn't come because it didn't come. You're fired. I'm like, okay. And then I sat down, ordered me a cup of coffee. After that, I left.
At least that's exhibiting 90s behavior. Go to your reporting time.
Yes.
But speaking of festivals now, there's cheese and wine festivals
that are taking place.
Purely for cheese and wine.
And some of the things that people are not even aware. So there are these boys who like bikes, around
BMX.
Yeah, BMX and those kind of things. I think last year they hosted one in Tembisa, which was the Stance Bike Festival. Like these boys, they will come with their different bikes,
pimped out and stuff.
They will come and parents will go and attend, to see the creativity that their kids have.
Then comes us the 90s. Yabona mina ngesikhathi sami, yabona mina ibhoni bengenza kanje ntwana yami ngiyangitshela. Fanele ufake itennis lapha ile matayire.
Exactly. And this also redefines how we see creative arts in itself, because people, when they think about creative festivals or creative arts, they think of the big stages. In order for these things to be recognized, we need one of the biggest acts to come so that we can say, okay, this thing is big. But no, people are taking a different direction right now. It's different, and we've seen it with the festivals that are taking place. But for someone who's watching right now, picturing something which is a Saturday morning, you're waking up or you don't have plans, and you're not rushing to a massive music festival with 5 stages and 30 artists that you barely know, but you're standing in a long line waiting for one thing, which is a kota, right? Which we are, witnessing right now. We are having so many kota festivals, and it's something that people never saw coming. Some of the brands, I remember we had a conversation with Thompson Meats, right, from KwaZulu-Natal. They were like, we didn't know that there's something called ikota. Understand? So now it's starting to reach out to broader audiences, to people out there, that there's something called ikota and it's being celebrated. Festivals are being hosted because of that, right? Not any ikota, but that one vendor you saw on Instagram, the one with the special sauces, the one that sells out by 2 p.m. Meanwhile, down in Neisner, thousands of people are doing the exact same thing, but for oysters, while others are traveling to the winelands just to taste the cheese. Different places, different crowds, the same behavior. This morning, we are asking a question. If you're watching, if you're someone who has attended so many festivals, Are South Africans moving away from big general festivals and choosing niche experience instead? I think just to answer that question, I think they are because big concerts sometimes can be overrated.
And I think it also has to come with the safety issues that actually comes with big concerts. Because at a niche event, it's full, but there's still more than enough space for everybody to move around and go to different stalls or go to different places. Unlike a concert, number one, there's bound to be a stampede. If there's no stampede, trust me, my guy, you're gonna get robbed. You'll be out there waiting for a bolt and then jiggy grapes, your phone. Grapes, you are lad. And when you go to
but that happens everywhere.
It happens everywhere, but when you look at niche concerts or niche events, the likelihood of it happening it's very small. Because they make sure that when you come there, you enjoy everything to your full, to the fullest content. You make sure that you have fun and not have to worry about safety. That's what I like about them. I think that's also one of the reasons why I barely ever attended concerts. Even just before I reached my 30s, I barely ever attended concerts because for me, it's like, number one, safety. It matters for me. I need to be in a very nice and safe environment. The last concert I attended was Philip FNB because I can't even remember the year. That's how long ago it was. So for me, I would rather go for a niche event, knowing very well that I'll be out there experiencing nice entertainment. The environment is nice and free. I don't have to worry about somebody bumping into me. So I'd rather go with that one.
Yeah, no, for sure. Because say, for example, Gune Festival, Emma Rastafarians. Like, I've got no place going there,
Oh, yes, like Catch a Fire that happened last month.
Right. My point exactly, because it's like-minded individuals that go there. So if I were to at least want to try out something different, where it's like, hey, let's try out this oyster thing, like what's the whole deal, right? Either you don't like it or you will come back next year. But it's like-minded individuals for gaming and gadgets and all of these things. I mean, that would be my place. Like you would find me there day in, day out, right? For the whole festival. But I think the one thing more is that it's like-minded individuals. So nalapho umshado ngawuthola, because if what's that festival? Smoke what?
Which one?
The one that you attended, Le Rastafarians.
No, I didn't attend it. It's called Catch a Fire Festival. It happens.
Catch a Fire. So you can find a husband there, a wife. Okay, you can strike a conversation easily. Good look. You know, right? So yeah.
I mean, one of the biggest major things is I think we just need to give credit to social media, because one of the things with social media is I've seen a lot of people posting their creative sides, doing something, and someone will just post a post with a caption say, posting my work until I get my audience, right? And you will see people post each and every day until it grows to a point that people are like, you know what, my man, I think you're ready to host something for us. And we always wanted these things. And there are people who travel all over the world for these kind of niche concerts, niche festivals, whereby they're celebrating cheese out there, they're celebrating strawberries out there. There's a national arts, or there's a apple festival that is not celebrated in country, but because of social media, you're exposed to such things, and then you travel, you meet new people out there, and then just like that, you're exposed to something different and something new.
Like, for example, in May, on the 10th of May, there's something that I know that families would actually love to go and attend. It's called a Family Feast. So where you bring your kids, you come with the family, they have kiddies games. So it's basically almost like the Rancho 2.0. So they have almost everything that the Rancho has, but at a down to a minimum. So that's something that people who would like, who are family orientated, would actually go and attend. But for somebody who's not family orientated or is not a huge fan of family get-togethers, then it's not my thing. I would not attend such an event.
I mean, I think more than anything, we should take, some few tips and advices from the Chinese, right? If we have Louis Vuitton, we can have Luyanda Velapi. So whatever big concerts that's out there, let's make our own that our own people can really enjoy, because people want those kind of things.
Yeah, like the Kota Festival.
Kota Festival,
right?
Yeah.
And it's big.
It is.
Because it's in every province now, right?
Don't forget that it's also in Lesotho and Swaziland.
Yep. So I'm sure it's even going to expand into these other southern countries. But let me just throw something your way, guys. So there's festivals out there, right? Maybe some of them you've seen them. So I'm just going to name 10. We're just going to quickly go through them.
Yeah.
And because we're still on the fact of fable, ne? You're just going to say, I know this one does really exist, or it's like, Manila, you're making it up, right? So starting with the first one here, but let me just make sure both of you guys are in view. So the first one is in Spain, and this one is called La Tomatina, right? Where
Tomato festival.
It's a tomato festival where they just waste the
It happens. Yeah, that one I can believe that it happens.
You sure?
100%.
Why?
Because it sounds like Spain, number one. And yes, I have seen some pictures of a tomato festival that actually happens, but I was not sure about where exactly it happens. But yes, I do know that there's such a festival that happens.
Yeah. No, it happens in Spain, where over 20,000 people throw approximately 145,000 tomatoes. Yeah, so it started in 1945, and it's just a playful food fight.
Yeah.
It's food fight. It's fine.
Tomato
fine.
is painful, man.
But it's waste, man. Okay. Anyway, there's a second one. It's a naked festival that takes place in Japan, and with thousands of men, they only wear that fudoshi, and they compete and grab sacred wooden sticks.
Not sure on that one.
I think it exists. It sounds pretty truthful, because Japan is very strict when it comes to basically celebrating their culture, because I do know that there's a fox festival where they celebrate the spirit of fox, and some people still believe that you can see the nine-tailed fox walking around. So the way Ama marks from our fox throughout the whole entire festival.
Yeah.
Right. So they walk around naked. Okay. That one does exist. And then the other one is a mud festival, right? And this happens in South Korea, where mud wrestling, mud slides, and mud fireworks, even a mud prison. I would say that one actually exists, because I know that in South Africa, especially towards between August, September, and October, we do have a competition where people run in mud, and they also kind of play in mud. So I would believe that one actually exists. Awesome. And then a monkey festival, where locals prepare a banquet of fruits and sweets for thousands of monkeys.
Is this in China? Is this in China?
This one is in Thailand.
So are they sure those monkeys are going to attend the festival?
Good one.
I'm gonna pass and say no. This one.
Battle of Oranges, a festival where if you thought tomatoes were painful, but yeah, what about orange? Where orange?
Is it a thing?
Yeah.
Oh, guys.
It's a festival.
Hey, sometimes it's just taking things too far, man.
Too extreme.
Yeah, like that's extreme. Why would we have like an orange fight? What are we celebrating? Like, what are we commemorating there?
Oranges.
Oranges.
We're celebrating oranges.
Yes, citrus.
By hitting each other with oranges. Not to say, okay,
painful,
guys, let's calm and
instead of having like you want to like having a bake off,
make orange juice,
orange smooth,
orange cakes, flavored orange cupcakes, or something like that.
Pushing it. Not we can have a Makunya festival. Makunya festival. You know, different combos or whatever. Egg festival, egg fight.
I'm sure that exists as well.
Most probably, because the world is bonkers out there.
Yeah, but I mean, these are some of the festivals that are out there in the world.
Yeah.
We do have our own wine, cheese, ikoda, and perhaps whoever's watching, we might just have a Makunya festival.
Yo,
because Ubuyi prepared this lovely fat cake with mash and mince That was awesome.
The creativity that comes with, ikuing itself, the fat cake. Because, when I learned that you can eat ikuing and chips, I was blown away, honestly. I was blown away because now we started having these combos whereby you buy chips with fat cakes inside and we would enjoy. I remember when it was introduced around that time when I was in high school. That shop made money for days, each and every morning for that, alone. But we're still in that, and we're asking the question why South Africans are falling in love with niche festivals. But another interesting thing is the shockers that we have for you. So the Josie Costa Festival has grown into a major attraction, pulling over 15,000 attendees and hosting 50 plus township food vendors. Many of them are SMMEs. And the National Oyster Festival, which started back in 1983, still attracts tens of thousands of visitors every winter, with oysters, sports, food and lifestyle events driving tourism in the garden route. So the South African Cheese Festival has become the biggest culinary outdoor event in Africa, attracting over 30,000 people and more than 200 exhibitors in a single weekend. At the same time, some of South Africa's biggest arts festivals are battling funding cuts and uncertainty, forcing organizers to rethink their scale and sustainability. People are coming with creative ways, creative marketing in terms of how they want to host the festival. And some of these festivals, they're still stuck with the old marketing to say we're just gonna look at the poster and come. No.
And it's not gonna work.
It's not going to work.
In this day and age, digital marketing is the key to anything that has to do with events, especially in the world of events. Digital marketing, because a whole lot of people right now, we're staying here. We barely look at posters. You can go Makuleni and then you'll see a poster for a gig that's happening here in the hood. We'll just look at it. My friend, one Simba. We won't even pay attention to it unless it pops out on one of our social media platforms or the community or group chat that we're actually a part of. But for me, just take me to the cheese festival. Fatela Wena.
Cheese festival.
That's the one I would really like to attend.
Yeah.
Because the last time we had cheese that has chili flakes in it. I just thought to myself, yeah, guys,
I don't love cheese.
I didn't know there's cheese with chili flakes. Like, there's just a whole lot of cheese out there. Yeah. So
don't worry, Mo.
That's
I'll
the
just
one.
eat it on
That's
your
the one I
behalf.
would like to.
No, I love cheese,
but
when
you don't
it
love
is, when it's mixed with something else. Like in a court, I would eat the cheese. Pizza, I would eat the cheese, but with bread and polony only, no, I can't. I can't.
At home, it's so bad to such a point that I stopped buying a brick of cheese because my grandmother would snack on the cheese. That's how much we love cheese at home. We are cheese lovers.
Shoti wine.
And I know how much that cold drink because I am drunk. So for me, I know me, the cheese festival is something that I'll go and attend. Oysters, no, I once had them in 2013 and I went at the same time because it just tasted nasty.
Yeah, but on the other side, food festivals are niching down. Kota only, oysters only, cheese only, and thriving. On the other, arts festival which try to cater to everyone are facing shrinking budgets, fewer sponsors, and tougher survival condition. And the question becomes uncomfortable but necessary, which is focus beating variety? Right, we are going to be continuing with this conversation. We want to hear from you. Hashtag Vooka Breakfast Show 0604933226. That's the number that you need to call us or send your voice note. Right now, what we're going to do is to take a short break, and then when we come back, we're going to be filling you in some of what is happening in the social media streets with some of the trending topics and in case you missed it story. So don't switch the dial.
Now it's about time for us to get sipping on some of that hot tea when it comes to the news on the socials. And today we are covering Uma War, Stella Shozi, and Sion Bougie got dragged into an SIU probe calls. So Mawo, Stella Shozi, and Sion Bougie are trending after being named in a viral X post calling on the Special Investigating Unit to investigate their finances. The calls emerged shortly after the arrest of Ekurhuleni City Manager Kagiso Michael Lerotla at OR Tambo International Airport. Social media users circulated images of the trio with luxury cars, aligning links to possible misuse of public funds without presenting evidence. Now, the SIU has not confirmed any investigation involving the three personalities. The allegations originate from a single viral social media post, not official source. Online opinion is divided, with some calling for accountability and others warning against speculation. The controversy follows the arrest of Kagiso Michael Lerotla, which sparked a widespread online speculation. An ex-user directly tagged the SIU, urging it to investigate whether the celebrities benefited from stolen public funds, claims that remained unverified. Sion Bougie's recent deactivation of a social media account further fueled rumors and debate. So right now we just need to await any official communication from the SIU regarding the matter. The celebrities involved may choose to respond publicly to address the claims. Viewers are advised to distinguish between verified facts and social media speculation as the story develops. Now, this is a very interesting one because if you remember, Cyan was also part of something juicy that actually happened last year involving the whole Russia debacle as an influencer. But right now we're moving on to South Africa's favorite controversial superstar, and we're talking about Shebe Shex, who faces urgent leg surgery as new bail bid looms. Shebe is reported to urgently need leg surgery while remaining in custody as his bail battle continues. The Limpopo musician has been behind bars since last year, November 2025, after several failed bail attempts linked to serious criminal charges. His legal team is preparing a fresh bail application as medical concerns about his condition intensify. Doctors say Shebe requires urgent right leg surgery to fix complications from a previous operation. Delaying the procedure could result in a severe pain or possible leg deformation. He remains in custody despite health concerns, with prosecutors opposing bail. Now, Shebe, whose real name is Letlogonolo Katlego Chauke, has been in jail since November 2025. He faces multiple serious charges, including attempted murder, robbery, firearm-related offenses, and the courts have previously ruled that he did not show exceptional circumstances for bail. The leg injury stems from a car accident which happened in June in 2024, during which a screw was inserted that is now causing complications. His legal team will proceed with a new bail application based on new facts presented in court. The court will also decide whether medical needs affect his custody status. Shebe is expected to remain in custody as the case moves forward towards trial, pending both legal and medical developments. So we'll just have to wait and see when it comes to that one, whether or not he'll be able to get his leg injury or whether or not he'll be able to apply for bail. But I do think that the doctors in the prison can actually handle that. But we'll just have to wait and see. And then another story that is also causing a frenzy out in South Africa is the Limpopo food poisoning incident, which left 6 dead and over 70 people hospitalized after eating at a funeral. 6 people have died and more than 70 others have been hospitalized after suspected food poisoning at a funeral in Limpopo. The incident happened at Mutongwabahobe village outside Polokwane, where mourners ate food served during the funeral. Health authorities and police are investigating the source of the contamination. Over 70 people fell seriously ill after consuming food at a funeral and were rushed to nearby hospitals. 6 deaths have been confirmed, including a 7-year-old child. Some patients have been discharged while others remain under medical observation. The tragedy unfolded over the weekend during a funeral gathering, an event that traditionally brings together large numbers of community members. Shortly after eating, mourners reported symptoms consistent with food poisoning, prompting an emergency response. Local leaders confirmed that victims came from surrounding areas, highlighting the widespread impact on the community. Authorities are continuing investigations to determine what caused the food contamination. Health officials are monitoring affected patients and providing treatment where needed. The incident is expected to raise renewed focus on food safety measures at large community gatherings. Next time, please be cautious out there and just look after yourself, because not everything that you eat at a funeral is actually good for you. But we do hope that they actually find the treatment that they need and the cause of the contamination will end up being found.
Yep. Very interesting. It is 19 minutes till we hit 10 o'clock on the dot. And of course, wrapping up the conversations we were having before we went to the break in terms of why South Africans are falling in love with niche festivals. So let's dive in terms of what does niching down mean, because you've been hearing us talking about niching and you're like, guys, what is niche and niching down? So niching down means you're not trying to please everyone. You understand? You have your own niche. In marketing, there's what we call niche marketing. You know that you are marketing for specific target or specific kind of a group. So you're also building a loyal community around one obsession. I mean, simple examples are Bosawbona. You understand? They're just building that session or that loyal community around one thing. And then Ekota Festival isn't about food in general. It's about township pride, Kasi entrepreneurship, and street culture. The Oyster Festival isn't about seafood, it's about sport, lifestyle, tourism, and winter travel in Neisner. And the Cheese Festival isn't just tasting, it's about craft, pairing, artisanal identity, and experience. People don't attend these festivals by accident. They go because it is their tribe, right? And let us know if you have, of course, attended some of those festivals, niche festivals, and how it felt, and what significant do you see for them to continue, right? And we know that we have some of the perspectives from us, because there are some of the festivals we have attended. There are some of the festivals that we have created, for ourselves, for people to come and enjoy, right? So food festivals feel more accessible, which is, I agree, and you don't need to understand them. You just show up hungry for experience, hungry for food, hungry for good, people around, the settings and everything. I feel like when it comes to those festivals, that is where you're allowed to be yourself. No one is going to ask you if his album, her album, because when you go to these big festivals, there's questions that people ask. Hey, you don't know the song. Hey, you know the song. I mean, it takes away the whole experience.
I think that's why I kind of did not want to go to music festivals, because for me at that moment, when there's some artists that I don't fully listen to. For example, somebody made me aware of the fact that I don't actually listen to hip hop. I listen to commercial hip hop, which is very true. So if I'm gonna attend an event of an underground hip hop like OG, don't tell me the songs. I wanna learn the artist for myself. And that's one thing that I do not like about music festivals. When you get there, you don't know this track, and I'm like, no, why are you doing that? We enjoy music at different levels. I wanna let it simmer in. Sorry, I want to let it simmer in while I also move to the beat of it. I don't want to do a sing-along. Not everybody wants to do a sing-along. We literally just want to listen to the message or listen to the lyrics and fully understand what that person was going through when they wrote that song. So aka immerse ourselves in it. Hence, I don't like attending music festivals, because when you get there, people just know it all for some weird reason.
Yeah, I mean, when it comes to those festivals, there's also less pressure because you're not choosing between 20 stages. You're choosing one experience. When you talk about pressure, I remember attending in 2017 Fill Up FNB, yeah, Caspanyo Vest. I mean, you could see that people were preparing for this day. Like, people were going through his music, learning each lyric word by word. And when you sit there and not sing along, it's like, hey, Baba, what are you doing here? Like, what is going on with you? What are you doing at Caspanyo Vest festival, music festival or concert without knowing any lyrics? Like, what's wrong with you?
Funny enough, I had a friend who's a die-hard New Vest friend, to such a point that at the 2017 Philip, he came with the New Vest phone. Remember that Casper New Vest once released a phone?
Yeah.
That person went out to buy the phone as a full-blown Cass fan, and I was like, I support people, but that's just too extreme.
Yeah.
That's just too extreme. It's like, no, you're not a real Casper fan if you don't even have the phone. I'm like, nah, my guy, I'm sharp. Let me just be the Hong Kong version of it once
and for all. And of course, with everything that is going on with social media, I mean, we need to give props to social media on what it is doing when it comes to these niche festivals, because someone you just post and say, guys, I'm hosting this kind of thing and it's for people like this and this and this, and you'll see a lot of people or some few people saying, I'm really interested. I'm not someone who likes going out, because we know that we've always heard about these places that have been turned into, groove cartels. We can no longer attend those kind of places, but there are people who come through and say on social media, guys, this is a place and I'm offering different experiences from what people are used to out there. Understand? And one clear theme sells better online than a mixed bag that you do not understand. Right? So the big question, of course, for us right here in terms of these perspectives that are really interesting, but what does it mean for South Africa? It means that when we look into these niche festivals, are we now looking into redefining what a festival needs to look like? But the questions that are there are: niche festivals, the future? Are they the future the way you see them? Your Kota festivals, your cheese festivals, wine festivals, are they the future? Should arts festival also niche down? That one is...
That one is a bit touchy when it comes to arts festival, especially considering the fact that most artists are fighting over the fact that artists are not actually being fully supported within the South African industry itself, or looking at the fact that the department itself is not fully involved in the art space as it's supposed to be, and they only become involved when they actually need an artist to come and perform at a certain event. So when it comes to whether or not art festivals should also niche down, I think it's different, because, for example, some art festivals have found a way to make themselves relevant within the also niche environment that we currently have. For example, in June we're going to be having the Fete de la Musique Festival happening in Victoria Yards. Now the benefit of that is that Victoria Yards is big but also small in its own way, and then when you go into Vic Yards you have different places. You have shops that sell traditional clothes. Tepo Jeans is located in Vic Yards. There's a place that sells traditional food. There's a place that sells amakota, and people are also allowed to still set up stalls. So it depends on the type of art festival that a person is hosting. In a way, that's where you can say the whole niche impact actually comes in. So if it's more of a festival, then you can actually make it nice and niche. But if it's a concert, that's where it becomes a bit tricky.
Very interesting. And of course, what we are seeing is not the death of the festivals out there, it's the shift in how people want to belong. South Africans aren't saying no to culture, but they're saying make it personal. Whether it's a quarter, an oyster, or a wheel of cheese, or a theater performance, people want the depth over the breadth, right? And maybe the real lesson is in culture, business, and of course in life, the riches are in the niches, right? Which is very very interesting, profound ways, by the way, because some of people think the riches are in those big festivals. We have people who tried, to host the biggest festival and they lost so much money because of the expectation. You don't know the amount of work that needs to go in there. When now you are just seeing big festivals, but those guys, they've set like 3 years back, 2 years back, started the marketing, started the planning. When now you want to do it in 2 months.
And you're gone. There's a lot of things that actually comes in there. It's the stage of it.
Yeah.
Finding people to build a perfect stage, and then comes in with the sound. You also need to have a backup, because we all know in the world of entertainment, sound is always a problem. So having a backup is a must.
Yeah.
A, did you actually pay your artist in time? Did you pay the deposit that they need to be there? B, do you have car guards guarding cars? Do you have a private security system or security company that's actually there looking after the people? Do you have vendors, people who are standing outside so people can actually come in and buy food? And it also has to do with the publicity. Did you build up enough momentum towards the event itself in order for people to actually come in an influx and say, as in say, hamba si 10,000 kona lapayan. So there's a lot that actually goes in there. It's not something that you can, even in a year, it takes time because there's so many things that go behind it besides what we normally see. It's also the paperwork that also goes through it. There's so many legal documentations that you also need to go through and submit way before the actual festival. You can have a festival only to find out that you did not even apply for permit to sell alcohol in there or to have vendors at the venue. So there's a lot that goes in. There's a lot.
Yeah.
Right now they are targeting family-based kind of festivals where it's not just you Namachita, but you do have the ability to bring along the entire family. And it's looking like, most of these ones are headed that direction, because the rancho has always been
family orientated.
But I hear stories, once upon a time, business cut so groove. And people were complaining, rancho, this and that. But manje, it's by design that they want it to be family based, meaning that come a certain time they will then have to close all doors because it is family first. I was shocked. Other festivals, it's also family friendly, right? So they pushing towards that kind of a setup as well.
I mean, more than anything, I feel like we love seeing growth and shift when it comes to these things, because change is always going to be there. I mean, sometimes the change is influenced by the kind of music that's being produced. Cultures. When people start wearing, talking in different ways, you will definitely see a change. But that is today's discussion, and we're asking a question: are you team big festivals or niche festivals? Drop a comment below and let's keep the conversation going. It only, of course, continues on other social media platforms. We are Vooka Breakfast Show on all social media platforms. We want to hear from you. So a comment came through right there on YouTube from Noru Unlimited.
Can I read it?
Please.
I want to Shebe indaba yakhe is hateful. He got grace to change his life and chose not to take it.
Yeah, you might be tired of him, but trust me, go outside, whether it's a festival, concert, play Shebe's song. You will see that guy, I don't know, man. He's a spiritual being more than anything.
I've heard enough of Lukompo, my little brother. While you're sitting at home, and I'm like,
it's powerful.
I just don't understand, man.
It's powerful.
It is powerful, but then lucky for him, he has fans who truly love him, because when it was another artist, for example, Scott's. If you remember his own debacle that he had, people were ready to cancel him. So he's lucky, like he has like proper faithful fans to such a point that his song closed the year last year and was Song of the Year. And even till today, when you play his songs, be it at a get together, be it at Groove, be it at a club, people still go mad over that. So he's lucky for that one. For him, I just do pray that when he gets bail or he gets a chance to actually come out, then he becomes a reformed person. Because I don't want to, like, if he doesn't reform, it's going to be tricky, man.
It's going to be tricky. But another interesting thing, as I mentioned, that I have a very, very hot take, for people who are listening right now. In the 5 minutes that we left, I said 90s babies in South Africa should stop comparing themselves to 2000 kids, right? So the general public view says most 90s born in South Africa are either brag growing up before smartphones or feeling behind because 2000 kids are landing brand deals at 19, right? The default vibe is we had it harder and they've got it easier. Comparing 90s to 2000 kids in South Africa isn't just helpful, it's inaccurate. You grew up in two different countries wearing the same name. And the 90s babies aren't losing to 2000 kids. You're playing a different game on different pitches with different rules, right? So the myth and reality of this whole argument is that the myth is 2000 kids are just luckier or they're lazier. But the reality is 90s kids entered South Africa still recoding after 1994. Load shedding wasn't a thing, but job access was coded by race, zip code, and who's your uncle or who your uncle knew in the company. 2000 kids entered South Africa with YouTube, TikTok, 350 to 370 grand, but also 45% youth unemployment. Both got a rate start, just different traps. And then some of the evidence right here say unemployment rate for ages 15 to 24 in South Africa is 45.5%, and the 2000s generation is entering the worst youth job market in 20 years. So these are the stats from Q4 of 2025.
Yeah, very interesting.
I think that's probably like the most hardest downfall of being a 2K, because I also worry about my son. I'm like, when he's older, will he even be able to find employment? Because you still have some 90s also struggling to find jobs.
That's true.
And then now we are also made by 2000s who are down with varsity or someone like taking a gap year and they also cannot find employment. So it's the future, man. It seems very bleak.
The generational leap between the various generations is where the issue comes in. Yeah. Where the jobs of today, being work ready, requires a certain level of skill set, of which our 90s, they should have it. They should, because also in a way it is the previous generation that sets the tone for the next couple of decades in terms of how we're going to work. I don't think it's AMA 2000 that set the standard of you work from home. It's probably your 90s kids who would see this is the way we want to work, right? Yes. And I think AMA 2000s will set a new tone by the time they are in their 30s, right? But also, pertaining that, when it comes to music, this is something I've heard where it's like I need a music or weird. Now, Mo is right, where in comparison, there was a time I used to say this is trash music, and I still say it, but I say it quietly. So
yeah.
I'm sorry, but the music on my 2000
trash
music that came out like the last 10 years, it's trash, right? However, I do remember a time when Nagim was like, what are you listening to? Especially when rap came out.
For example, I still wonder even till today, if you listen to It's About Time, Yaga Boomshag, what on earth was Tembisi to say there? It still does not make any sense till today.
Yeah, but I mean, we can try reeling iron.
No, what I'm trying to point out is that as much as they have a bit of trash music, and like you said, that also in the 90s, we also did have some of that. It also comes back, like we also did have one of that. Yeah. But in the end, we all just need to find a way of working together so we can create a better South Africa.
Look, I mean, they tried to adopt a style, right, of rapping back in the 90s, of which it sounded a certain way. Yeah. And then obviously when it came this side in English, it's not English, it's like
it's not make sure.
So it didn't translate as well.
Yeah.
But obviously, there is that comparison.
Yeah.
But very interesting. No, man, you guys, nah.
Very interesting, man. In closing, we know that South Africa, we love the timeline trauma. We fetched water versus you cry over Wi-Fi, but all that does is turn struggle into competition. 90s kids gatekeep pain, 2000 kids gatekeep speed. Neither group built the system that made you fight each other. If you want, of course, to share your comments, it continues on all social media platforms. Apart from us, the Vooka Breakfast Show, it was nice being with you. Stay safe, take care, and enjoy the rest of your day.
So just a quick one. Even 80s kids, ne? 70s. Babakijimisa event guy show speed. So siyafana guys, siyafana.
About DJ Spoo.
Man, see you tomorrow, same time, same place, and enjoy.
Like you every dinner, I don't believe what you preach. You're just a rookie beginner. Hang out with boys in the streets, like that will make you a winner. I don't believe what I see. Why you wearing gold?